Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Wall channel, on point reviews all day, every day. Welcome back, guys. To my old subscribers, welcome back yet again. We've got another amazing video for you guys today. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. Please do not forget to like and subscribe before you head out, okay? Because we've got a lot of good ones. Now, today, this one is a super duper delayed review. I should have done this like months ago, but the problem was this fragrance is one of those that I literally ran out of. Like my whole bottle, I really used it to death until it was gone. I'll show you guys in a minute here. But luckily, I remember I bought this retail at a Bloomingdale's, and the SA over there basically gave me a ton of samples, including the sample for this perfume. So that was really funny. So I was like, oh my gosh, we have a sample of this one. This fragrance is none other than the legendary Chanel Coromandel EDT right there. Look at this. Oh my gosh, look at that. Used up like crazy. This is one of my favorites ever, and the most used, like I said, used to death. And there's a lot of talk about this one. There are people that think that this is legendary, that this is the best. And then there are people that, you know, say that it's not for everybody. There are people that say it smells like a grandma. So I will debunk all of that today. We'll talk about it today, guys. The good and the bad, and why I like Coromandel so much, on top of the actual scent. So we'll be talking about Coromandel today, the EDP version. Hang on tight, guys. Let's hit the music. Okay, we're back, guys. Chanel Coromandel EDP. Now, just remember that there are two versions of this. There's an EDT version and an EDP version. This EDP came out in 2016, okay? And again, I got this retail at Bloomingdale's at the Chanel boutique over there. Now, like I said, they got us the sample. Say that's a Coromandel official sample. I mean, they sent me like probably 10 samples. So I was able to check out really most of the line of the Les Exclusifs. Okay, so here it is, the official sample. And we're gonna use this instead of this, okay? Let's go spray this right now. Oh man. I miss Coromandel. You know what, guys? I'm really not the type to buy backup bottles, but I think I'll just buy a new bottle instead, but we'll see how I feel once I compare it to Xerjoff Richwood yet again. Okay, so Chanel Coromandel, guys, like, why is this so loved by so many people, including myself? Well, I mean, Chanel Coromandel is a great representation of the brand itself, okay? So if you're familiar with Chanel, you guys know that Chanel is pretty much at the top, or like upper echelon of fashion, mainly for ladies, but still, it's the brand itself. You know, when you hear Chanel, you really know it's like, man, high fashion, a lot of heritage. When I went to Paris, and I went to their main boutique in Paris, in what do you call that, Saint-Honoré, I believe. That's where Coco Chanel's apartment was, okay? That's where she designed a lot of the bags and the clothes. And I mean, I couldn't help but notice, like, all the ladies, they were like, oh my god, this is where she worked. You know, it was like a pilgrimage. You know, a lot of people will go there for pilgrimage to see Coco Chanel's apartment, you know, or at least the stairs leading up to it. So it's a really well established brand, guys, and I think that Coromandel is one of those that represents the brand very well. Okay, and it falls in line with my collecting. And I know I said that, you know, I'm not a collector anymore, but when I was buying this stuff, this fell in line with the upscale grabber category for me. You know, there are a few perfumes that fall in line with that, guys, that I have, like Via Cavour, for example, is an upscale grabber to me, falls in line with that. And Torino, for example, by Xerjoff. let me add some more. Goodman's by Roja, okay? But Coromandel is the one that really fits it, okay? Let's look into the opening notes of Chanel Coromandel. So Chanel Coromandel opens with bitter orange, citruses, as well as neroli. Now, neroli right here, I'll speak of first because that's probably one of the notes that you guys are the most familiar about. So neroli is almost like it's like an orange blossom type note. And this one right here, neroli, once you spray this on yourself, I mean, it really feels like, at least for me, it feels like I'm in some vacation in some, you know, some Italian coast, like, part, you know, like Positano, for example. It feels like I'm in Positano. It's very outdoorsy, it's very bright, it's very nice, it's very like it sets the mood of happiness, in my opinion. Happiness, joy. It's kind of like a wake up, in my opinion, this neroli. But in conjunction with a lot of notes, it's also quite elegant. So it sets up the elegance right here with the neroli. I think women, I mean, y'all will smell great with neroli, okay? But the interesting thing is that this also has bitter orange. Now, the bitter orange, in my opinion, and maybe even the citruses, it sets like a serious tone, okay? Which is like a nice counterbalance to this neroli. There's like a serious tone with that bitter orange and even the citruses. So actually, when you combine them and then you spray this on you, it's almost like work and play, you know, or like seriousness and fun, all at the same time with this type of opening, you know. And that's why I feel like it's an upscale grabber, because it's something that, you know, you can wear for work and play. Like, let's say you're gonna meet somebody for a business deal, but at the same time afterwards, you know, you guys are just, you know, shooting it, you know, you guys just having fun and talking. You know, this is like that type of perfume where it has both those elements. Or you could be at an al fresco dining restaurant, like maybe here in Melrose, here in Hollywood, and yeah, you're talking to your business partner, but at the same time, you guys are just also having fun after all the business is done. So that's why this is an upscale grabber. It has that neroli, like, beautiful, like, wow, it's so joyous to wear this neroli, but then at the same time, boom, here's that bitter orange to sort of set a serious tone as well, just in case that is your objective. This balance continues on, guys, okay? The star of the show, well, at least a lot of people say it's the star of the show here, is the patchouli, okay? Patchouli is the star of the show with Coromandel, but in my opinion, guys, like, is not so dominant that you can't credit those other notes, okay? Like, patchouli is great, and I love patchouli. Patchouli is great here, but at the same time, like, I can't help but credit all the other notes in this concoction right here. So patchouli does come in. Sometimes it comes in really early, guys, okay? And you'll smell that patchouli. And that patchouli, to me, like I said, it's the thing that is the balance. It's the serious side, in my opinion. It's also the one that teeters this one into unisex land, okay? So some people say that Coromandel is basically for women, or it's great for women, but then I wear it, you know? And the patchouli is actually that thing that balances it out, probably more to the masculine side than the feminine side, okay? But it's not completely dominated by patchouli, because you're gonna get that nice orris, okay? So there's that orris here that provides a sort of powdery, in a sense, like a powdery vibe. And, you know, you do have rose as well, okay? So the florals here, again, counterbalance this patchouli, just like in the opening when those notes are kind of balanced. Well, it's the same thing, guys, on the mid. You know, you're gonna get some patchouli, but then it's sort of like a sweet floral patchouli, because you have the florals such as rose, and then you also have orris. There's also some nice jasmine here in the mid, so it's really a beautiful, like, floral balanced patchouli orris combination right there. And like I said, I mean, this has elegance written all over it, guys, okay? It's got elegance written all over it. Now, heading to the dry down, guys, that chocolatey patchouli, guys, actually bridges to actual chocolate in the form of white chocolate. Okay, and how do I know this? Because, you know, back when when I was younger, I mean, that was mainly the chocolate that my parents used to buy and take home for, you know, for the fam, and it's white chocolate. So I'm quite familiar with the smell of white chocolate, and I quite appreciate it. So the patchouli chocolatiness bridges into real chocolate, which is white chocolate, and that one is quite sublime. And then it's also sweetened by amber and vanilla. Okay, so it's like a creamy, like vanilla white chocolate, or just like a creamy white chocolate, and then you have some amber with it. And then there's like a minor, you could say like a tweak there, which is the incense. Okay, so there's incense, there's olibanum. The incense is just a perfect match here, because it's like once the incense comes in, it's like you're not just smelling, you know, your typical dry down. It's just more than just amber and vanilla, because you got that white chocolate right there, and then you've got the incense. The lovely incense comes in, and it's a perfect match. Then to top it off, there also are some woody notes, so you'll smell some woody notes here on the mid to dry down, as well as some clean musk. Okay, so this is clean. So if there are people that are saying like this is the perfect like woman CEO perfume, or who's that woman in Devil Wears Prada, something like that. If you're a lady that you're sort of like that boss lady, people say that this is perfect, you know. Well, it is because of there's also some clean white musk here. There's some clean white musk, which in my opinion continues the trend from the Oris. Very, very clean, guys, and elegant, like I said. And so that's what it is, and that's why people love it. You know, people love it because of the usability of it, the way that it's so upscale, and it's like it's got aspects of serious and fun and being out there, and then at the same time it's also it's elegant, it's bossy, it's got, you know, and it's got our amazing gourmand-ish properties with that white chocolate. Now the dry down here is the one that lingers on, and that's the one that I think a lot of people really enjoy. It's that dry down. It's when the white chocolate, the amber, the incense kind of placed together. That is the one, guys, and it really lasts quite a while. And so it's like really amazing. If you love gourmands, like you're gonna love this white chocolate blast with the amber. Okay, it's that sweetness, that creaminess from the vanilla. I think that's what people really love, on top of that nice patchouli opener, you know, with the orris and the rose and the jasmine, you know, because I think that's why. I think people love both. People like the impact of the first blast of the seriousness and the fun, the joy of wearing this perfume, and then there's a serious aspect to it, and then eventually it just goes all gourmand anyways. You know, it goes all into sweetness and wonderful enigmatic incense mixed with vanilla amber, clean musks. It's a winner. It's a winner right here. Let's talk about what other people are saying. So what other people are saying, some people are saying, and some people ask me about this, is what's up with that grandma vibe? Some people say it smells like a grandma. Okay, so I did like legitimately fact check this by, you know, really like sniffing this, and I was like, man, where's that grandma vibe? I can confirm that there's a somewhat of a grandma vibe, but it's only A, if I really, really sniff it, and number two, if I really, like, it's in my mind, you know, like I consciously think that, and I search for it. Maybe, okay, I'll be like, oh yeah, maybe, yeah, okay, a little bit. But actually, guys, when you wear this one, you're not gonna get the grandma vibe, because everything, guys, is pretty balanced. Okay, there's no grandma in Neroli, for example, and there's no grandma. Maybe it's the orris and the patchouli that could possibly do that, but I mean, it's incredibly balanced. You will have this amazing like jasmine and rose to counterbalance that, and then eventually, you know, when the white chocolate comes in and the amber, I mean, it becomes totally different when the ambery notes come in with the white chocolate, vanilla. I mean, there's like zero grandma there. And from the perspective of actually wearing it, you know, first and foremost, the performance of this is really great. Okay, the performance is great in my opinion. Okay, I'm talking about sillage, amazing, projection, longevity. I mean, I got nothing to say about Coromandel. Really, really great performance. But yeah, the only way you're getting grandma here is if you search for it, and it's only minimal even when you do. Okay, so this one is literally elegant, upscale grabber. Okay, like I mean, there's a reason why this is a top seller, man. Ladies love it. I mean, y'all smell elegant, rich, bossy, and it's also like a nice mood setter, you know, because of the certain notes that are here. For this period, I mean, now that we're stuck at home, and you can tell that I wasn't stuck at home, and that's why when I wasn't stuck at home, I used Coromandel. Look, I killed it to death because this is a social perfume. Okay, this is something that you can wear while you're out there socializing, meeting friends, shopping, hanging out, you know, and you want to be more upscale in how you come off. You want to be more upscale. Maybe you got that new Chanel bag. Maybe you got those new Chanel shades or whatever, you know, and you want to flaunt your whole being out there. Coromandel's it, guys. Okay, so now that we are at home, we are stuck at home. Yeah, okay, that's why I didn't buy a backup bottle of this. But once this is all over and I get to go out and we get to do the things we used to do, I'm gonna go back to Coromandel 100%. Okay, that is it. That is my review on Chanel Coromandel EDP 2016. Should I even review the EDT, guys? Let me know in the comments below. Should I compare them? Because, I mean, I can get it. I can get the EDT. I can even get the vintage version. But I don't know if you guys are even curious about that. So let me know in the comments below if you're curious about that. But if you are just curious about the EDP that's currently on sale right now, I mean, you can get the samples if you want to try them. But is going to be full bottle worthy anyways. I will say this though, that this probably isn't for everybody. Okay, that's why you have to listen to me when I say it is an upscale grabber. So if you're not all about that upscale lifestyle, if you're not all about that upscale feeling or feeling upscale or coming off as upscale, then this isn't for you. Okay, but if you are into all of that, that matters to you. When you meet people that you come off as elegant and rich and lovely and upscale, yeah. Coromandel, guys. Do not forget this Coromandel. You're never gonna go wrong, guys. It's lovely. Now do make sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more amazing review videos from me. And make sure to check out our playlists, guys. Okay, we're sort of like on that time where some people are gearing up for spring, so I'm starting to add up some spring summer hits on the playlist as well. Okay, but Coromandel, this is all weather anyways. It doesn't matter whether it's hot or cold. This thing is one of the most amazing perfumes of all time. Man, I just said that. That's right. Okay, so until then, guys, I'll see you till the next video. God bless. Take care. Peace.